Well, good morning once again and welcome to our live show. We're wrapping up almost the first work week of January, believe it or not. You may know the Southern tradition of eating black-eyed peas on New Year's Day, which was just Monday, to bring luck into the new year. Well, 5 days into the new year, we're going to try to extend our luck with a black-eyed pea soup recipe, thanks to local foodie Shayne Rogers. Hi, Shayne. This is hot soup perfect for today.
Perfect for today and the next weekend. So get the stuff, go home this weekend, make it up. That record low of a record high of 5, you're going to need some soup.
And the perfect thing about these kinds of soups is when you let them sit.
Yeah, if you made them tonight, tomorrow they're going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
So we've got some smoked sausage that's just been cut up and it's browning a little bit. And it's kind of seasoning the pan too. So, because we're going to pull this out in a second. And
it smells fabulous.
It smells good.
Like breakfast.
Right? Well, maybe you put a little, over easy egg on top of this and you have breakfast.
I could do that.
Yeah, that's if you add an egg to anything, it's breakfast, right?
That's right.
So that's browning. Would you mind grabbing that flathead spoon and removing those to the saucer there, or the plate there? I'm going to chop 1 large onion. It doesn't have to be too finely chopped. This is an easy kind of weekend. You could probably do this on a weeknight, but this would be, a lot of vegetables, but healthy and wonderful for a new year, as well as the symbolism of the black-eyed peas.
My spoon is not working the way I want it to. This is the way I cook. There we go. All done.
So the pot is hot. It's got some oil and some fat in it from the sausage cooking.
And a little fond on the bottom.
Yes.
That's the flavorful goodness.
That's what we were trying to get when we browned the sausage. So as the soup cooks, that's going to come up and it's going to flavor the soup. And we've got 1 large white onion to go into a sizzling pan.
Now we're going to want those to brown or just sweat?
You know what? It's your soup. You can make it how you want. Okay. Typically, I'm going to sweat it because I'm going to be in a hurry. I want to get this all in together. Also, I want to get the juice out of it, so we're going to put a little bit of salt right on the onions right from the get-go.
And that brings the water out.
That'll bring the water out, which is good. It's a good thing. It's not going to water down the soup. It's flavor. The other thing we're going to add is about 2 medium carrots. I really like carrots, so I usually go a little bit heavier-handed.
And that's the nice thing. You can do whatever you like.
There's not, more onions, more carrots, more celery. If you like it, put it in. If it looks good. Right now, the celery doesn't look fantastic. So, I like to cook with the celery leaves. I don't like to eat them out of hand, but I don't like to waste them either.
Right.
So a lot of times I'll chop them up and put them in the soup.
They're perfect for stock.
They're perfect.
You can save them and do with it.
I do. I save them. I always have a little bit in the bottom of the, in the crisper drawer. Give that a quick stir. The other thing we're going to put in, I've kind of crushed these. You can kind of see it. A couple of garlic cloves. I'm not going to chop it. I'm just going to toss them in. This is going to cook for about an hour. By the time these cook down, they'll be sweet and delicious. And if you have them in the bite, and they break a little bit too. They won't stay big cloves.
Right.
They'll be delicious. They won't even
if you get one, it won't be like I just
It's not a big fresh piece of garlic, right? So the other thing I like to put in when I do my vegetables, and I do this with a lot of soups, not just this one, is some chopped fresh parsley. I like to treat it like it's one of the vegetables and let it kind of cook down a little bit. A lot of times you'll finish with it, but I like to start with it. I like the flavor of fresh parsley. I think it adds a lot of depth of flavor to something different to the soup that you don't necessarily get with every soup that you make.
Fresh makes such a big difference. I mean, dried parsley's okay for cooking, but the fresh is amazing.
But I want if you have it and it's 89 cents at the grocery store,
you can treat yourself.
I'm gonna add a little more salt to this. I'm gonna put a little pepper in there.
And same thing with fresh cracked pepper. It's just so. It's fresh. Literally.
It has a little bit more of a bite. The other thing we're gonna add is a little bit of ancho chili powder. So this is gonna have that. It's not gonna be a chili. But it's going to have that, kind of warmth that you are looking for this weekend. So the next thing we're going to add is 1 15-ounce can of chopped tomatoes. This time of year, you could use stewed tomatoes if you want, because that's a big thing with this black-eyed peas.
And are we going to use all the juice from
everything?
The can
Don't drain it. Just put the whole thing in there. You're going to need liquid. And so then I've got 1 pound of frozen black-eyed peas. I like the frozen ones because they're kind of a good compromise between the dried. I usually start with dried beans, or often start with dried beans, but they take a long time to cook.
Right, and you have to start on the day before because you have to soak them.
You have to soak them. These you don't have to soak, but they're not as salty and they don't have all the stuff that the canned beans have in them. So we've got that all in there, and
here comes the liquid.
We're gonna add 4 cups of chicken stock just to kind of almost come up to the same level as all of the other stuff in the pot. And we're gonna stir this, and we're gonna let this probably go, because the frozen black-eyed peas are not like canned peas. They need a little more time to cook, or canned beans. They need a little more time to cook. We're gonna let this simmer on about medium for 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And that will soften the beans. And the other thing you can do, you can choose to put this back in now, or you can wait. I kind of like to wait because it doesn't cook all the flavor out of the sausage.
Right.
So wait about 40 minutes, and then you can pop the sausage back in. It'll be flavorful. It's already really done its job with that bit in the first part where it seasoned the pan.
I mean, I'm just dying over here. That's just beautiful.
Right? And see, we did that quickly. There is some chopping. There's totally some chopping, I'm not gonna lie.
Now the reveal.
But then
look at that.
We get this. And this, actually I did this one a little bit differently. It's all the same stuff, but I used a pound of sausage Kraft Sordito sausage instead of the smoked sausage.
Ah.
And some beef stock. So change it up.
So a little bit different.
Use what you have in the fridge. Use what you like. You know, make your soup your own.
And of course, as we're talking about the good luck from the black-eyed peas, we need all the luck we can get going into the new year.
So then you can finish with a little bit of vinegar, because I always have vinegar on, like, in New York where I grew up, we always put vinegar on our baked beans.
And what kind of vinegar are you using?
This is sherry vinegar. This is kind of my favorite at the moment. So just a little dash of that, not too much. It's not going to take over. A little dash of spicy honey.
Ooh, spicy honey. I like that.
And I love to finish with a little bit of olive oil.
Oh, the aroma is beautiful. And we're going to get this recipe up on our website for you. Check after about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Just go to WTVR.com/VTM. We're going to do a taste test in Virginia this morning. We'll return right after this.